more, you can get your E2 visa. A lot of the wealthier folks do this.
Mm-hmm.
We're not those folks. I'm a college teacher, and I met her at college, and our son came along. So
you're representing them.
Yeah. I guess it's,
bird dogging. I guess.
That's a better word. I like that word better. We do that a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Then they pointed this out to us. So here we are.
Great.
Yes, they don't interested in the house. Only they can do business. They should hire two workers. They should put money more than $300,000. Business should hire 2 workers, then get the E2 visa. Their children can study here in public school free, and also their husband or wife can work in America. This is so many Asian people interested in this E2 visa.
Sure.
So I built this club for them. Somebody joined this club. Not only one person want to buy business property. Now I have 4 or 5. Some want to spend 1 million. Some want to spend 2 million. Some only want
to do that.
Some only. If you have some business property, you can send to Dennis email because they very interested in this.
Sure.
Some they very said, I should say, if they no got E2 visa, their children should pay for big money to study abroad in American. I also do study abroad. He work in college. We help their children to study here.
Which college do you teach at?
Russell Sage in Albany. Computer science. I'm also a consultant.
My son lives in Delmar.
Oh, really?
Teaches down in Chatham.
Oh, my goodness.
He's a 6th grade math teacher in Chatham.
Well, his older brother is a social studies teacher. So, that's, like I said, we were out traveling. It's kind of funny how this came together.
Sure.
We really did start with international students, helping them, kind of being like, I don't know what you would say, like foster parents to a lot of kids in this country. And then it kind of spread a little bit over time where they would need help with, how do we find a dentist? How do you do this? Then their parents started contacting with just odd and end things.
Right.
It's funny how things can evolve.
Sure.
But this has been kind of evolving, and if you follow it at all, and these are fairly well-to-do people. Children want to be here in the United States, and it's probably the best way to do it, because then you really can go to the local public school. You have a great visa, where there's other visas like work visas, H1 and stuff. They get a little dicey, and then they can run out every 6 months and things like that. You buy a business and employ people, put taxes back in, keep the money here. That's a great way to stay here. It's a legitimate way of doing it. But it does have to have employees. That's one of the things where it's really got to be a business that you're putting money into a community.
Yeah, it's not a shell company.
It's not a shell company. Which, things like this are nice, and they love this kind of a business. A golf kind of, you're outdoors working.
Restaurants.
Restaurant. It's not like we're talking manufacturing. You're talking a service, for lack of a better term, industry.
This is easy. This business is easy for them because their English just like me, no good. They can't do very big business. This is very easy. They like this only to talk to the customers, to hire some worker to care for the grass, to do some restaurant. They interesting. And this is beautiful. They just like retire in this area. Some customers
living out this way.
Yes.
So I'll give you a little history of why they're selling. This young couple bought it in 2015. They're entrepreneurs, and they really wanted to rejuvenate this course that had been around forever but never really maintained. Just kind of a country course, maybe breaking even, losing a little money, but the people were happy. So they bought it, they turned it around. Got a lot of information there for you. They've been at it now 2016 when they're operating it, and their profitability has gone up and up and up to the point where it's very profitable in the last few years. And basically they're now ready to turn it over to someone that will keep it going and move on to their next entrepreneurial venture, which they have a list of about 20 things. What are we going to do next? So they've really done a great job. By the course has been, a lot of the landscaping's been enhanced. They've added 3 sets of tees where there used to be 1. They've added things in the, for the 150, 100, and 200, basic stuff, but people really appreciate it. They said it's, it's a 3-star golf course at a 2-star price kind of thing. So,
through the year, do they have a lot of, golf outings? Do they get a lot of the local businesses?
They have leagues, I think 4 or 5 nights a week.
Oh, really?
Yep, they have outings here, and we'll tour the grounds up here and the restaurant, things like that. The restaurant was closed last year for COVID.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they did very minimal, but it's a great place for the guys play league. You come in, have a burger and a beer.
Yeah.
They do a little buffet, outings they do, and it's really been quite profitable for them. And I said I've done a great job of turning it around. So we can tour the facilities. We can jump in a cart if you want to see the course itself.
Yes, please.
But why don't we tour some of the facilities here first? And
All right, yeah, we'll do that.
we'll go down
Okay.
and take care of some paperwork. I'll have you sign the non-disclosure.
Sure,
I'll give you
of
the full packet of information.
Of course.
So this is the pro shop area.
Now, I know this is an odd question, but I see
Yeah.
we went by what I think was the Buffalo Bills Stadium.
Yes.
So you've got a lot of locals here, too.
Yeah, actually a couple of the Bills come out here and play.
Really?
Just because they like to fly under the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
So
To them, that would mean nothing, but...
yeah, I mean for them to pay $35 for
No, I mean for the people from Hong Kong have no idea.
oh yeah.
It could be the biggest star there is, and they wouldn't know the
But they
difference.
like that. So here we got a little pro shop. We have this little snack bar right now.
Yeah.
The distancing. But they sell some beers and drinks. So this is where you register. They have some equipment in here. They'll sell golf clubs. They do a little repair.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a home service type of little business. They put this garage on, which is storage. Over here.
这是高尔夫球场的一个商店啊，里边小超市卖衣服啊，卖食品啊，卖酒啊，就是一个小超市。
They do a quick disconnects and they pump throughout the course. They also have a big tanker they fill. I think it's 200 gallons that they'll go in water specific areas with. It's well water, but they never run out of water.
Excuse me, sir. I take views for the customers.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can take pictures, and I'll email you the brochure I have, which has a video link.
Oh,
See,
okay.
It has a video tour.
Okay.
About 2-minute video tour of the course and the grounds, and yours truly did the voiceover on it.
Because some of them now they lived in Asia, in Taiwan or Hong Kong somewhere, and they let me said, "Oh, you two check first. If good long trip, they can be
Sure.
here."
Oh, yeah. I see. It could be now it's very easy to travel.
Yeah.
So again,
How many acres?
160 acres, I believe, and then there's an additional 20 that's undeveloped.
Oh, okay.
They've thought about putting frisbee golf in there. They've thought about campgrounds. They've logged it to get the money from there.
There's 20 acres still not even used.
So yeah, I'll show you
It's
where
still
that
just
is.
trees.
I know. Oh yes, this also can be camping ground.
Could be.
Oh, okay.
Could be. They close down in the wintertime. Doesn't mean you have to close down in the wintertime. You've got a restaurant. Around here, of course, you have snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, anything you want to do. They choose to close down so they can travel.
Yeah.
这是它的餐厅兼酒吧，很大的，但
They
是
put this patio on recently.
但是它因为这个疫情暂时关闭了，客人来了之后只是在商店里去买点酒水
So,
和简单的食品。
comfortable atmosphere here.
就说它这个高尔夫球场，在这边的高尔夫球场和这个房车营地 （camping ground） 露营地啊，都可以做的。它还有另外有20英亩闲置的土地，你可以做房车营地。
So a couple of restrooms they redid. Again, they really kind of brought this back to life. Originally, this was the cart shed, and they were supposed to build up, and they just decided to leave it as is. So again, two
How
nice
long's the golf
bathrooms.
course been physically? I mean, since,
Well, I think probably since the 60s or so.
60s? Okay.
Yeah, it's a long time course that the family owned it forever. They just
Yeah.
didn't maintain it well, and it was what it was.
Sometimes they fall
It was
to
a
the
country
next,
course.
Sometimes it falls to the next generation. Really
Yeah.
doesn't-
So these
Yeah.
people, he lives locally, and so he built this bar.
Now he does all of his own work, is that it?
He does a lot of his own work. He'll also offer up to 200 hours of consulting,
Yeah.
because they really want to make sure
The transfer.
all of what they put into this will continue. So we got a bar for 18. Got minor food, beer tap system for the craft beers. Let's see, they probably have late tonight, so I'm guessing they're gonna do like, you know, burgers, hot dog kind of thing, and the
Yeah.
guys get a beer and a hot dog and they're thrilled. So, commercial kitchen in here. Sorry.
Oh, come in.
Get some lights. So, full kitchen in here. Kitchen, full of coolers. And they'll put out anything from wedding, you know, nice dinners to you want a burger and a hot dog, or Italian night, the lasagnas and stuff.
Yeah.
They do comedy nights in here.
Yeah, it looks like
They
they got a
put
little
some music in here every now and then.
Yeah, it looks like they got a little band there next to the
How many square feet this building? This
I
building?
don't recall how many square feet this is, maybe a couple thousand, has a capacity of 150.
Oh, okay. Is some house in this property? Some house for living?
House, any living?
There's no, I have living quarters back here, but it's more like a, you know, overnight apartment for the owners.
Small.
Apartment.
Small apartment.
Yep.
Oh.
But it is zoned where you could build a house.
But you could build a house, one house,
Oh.
if it worked.
它这只有一个小的房子可以住啊，大部分都用于商业的，但是你可以加盖房子的，
This is kind of their business office.
可以加盖房车营地，也可以加盖房子。
They just camp out here. It's just a married couple with no children.
Oh,
So
okay.
again, full bath, shower, laundry. But this is, you know, as they need.
Yeah.
Other things.
这个房间是主人在那儿
What school
办公
district?
和住的地方，有卫生间里面。它只是一个暂住的地方，因为它有其他的房子住，它没有在这儿建房子。但如果你想，
It's like an Eden address.
如果你想在这儿住的话，你可以再加盖一个居住的房子。
Right on the border. A bunch of stuff.
将近170个 acre 是很大的。 Excuse me, sir, including this bar?
Yep. So I put your name on here, then. And you know, it's, we say they're not.
它还包括这一个很大的
Does get people-
仓库。
This bag, I keep all of them.
那边还有一个池塘，这个镜头看不到哈。一会儿我们开车过去看一看。
We really think of a lot of people as our friends.
Sure.
We are not like high pressure. So what is that?
Today is the 5th.
It's really us being the eyes and ears.
Sure.
Of,
There's a copy for you. Beside that, I'll give you a copy as well.
so that's kind of why I ask. Sometimes might be more offbeat questions. about
Sure.
the people,
No.
but the
No, it's you know, it's different. It's real estate with a business on it.
yeah, it is.
And any sort of, you know, transaction, you would probably do one for the real estate,
Yeah.
one for the business assets part, so you don't get wacky property taxes.
Right.
You do the whole thing under one big real estate pie, you pay the property taxes based on that. So it can be structured a lot of different
But
ways.
if you have other businesses too, as she's saying, that because when you come back through for vacations and stuff, you want to show we're kind of, you're doing it through us more or less. We would be happy to see, because that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And it's got to be like that. It's got to be, as we've said. And these are, I should say, sophisticated people. A little bit more sophisticated, but they're going to look for like, hey, is that something I could learn to do? You know, I've got a grandfather who ran a restaurant. something to mow the lawn.
maintain the grass. And, I say,
Right.
and then the owner will give you a couple $100 of
How to do.
consulting. So here's a history of the gross sales.
Wow.
They've gone up.
Shane, you might want to see this.
Yeah, I'm going to send this whole packet with you. Here's the profit and loss comparative for the last 4 years. Again, it's gone up well. There's the EBITDA, all the earnings before taxes, depreciation. List of the equipment. They would like to keep some, but everything's negotiable. They decided to throw that in. He wanted a couple of bulldozers and stuff, and they are not including the fleet of golf carts, although those will be all paid off and certainly can be added. And I threw in the zoning
Oh, good.
for this. This gives you a residential agricultural district.
Yeah.
Okay, so all that you can dig through in your spare time. Here's the brochure itself. Again, I'll make sure to email it to you. On the back, there'll be a little tab you could hit a video link and take a tour.
OK，
But
Here,
there's
let me take all this nice and neat.
Yep.
I'm
And
going to present it just like you presented
Yep.
tonight.
here is the course itself, and there are the 20 extra acres.
Over here's
Oh.
untouched.
Yep.
So there's more you could do.
Yeah, they actually logged that, I think 5-6 years ago. And generally you log every 10 years.
Yep.
Or, so they've talked about campgrounds, they've talked about frisbee golf, anything else you want to do.
And then more on the family side of stuff. Hospitals around here, there's healthcare, there's
Yep.
There's a school,
Yep.
public school.
And here's a sample of everything they've done. This is from their events last year.
Wow.
So they have outings, I say they have strong leagues.
This is all their businesses. They like. Remember how I just did for the Marine Corps League with Grandpa? This is like they do every month, different. So they always have business coming.
So again, they'll do a comedy night in here. They put 50,
Yeah.
60 people in just with a comedian. They'll do a band.
They can do music in here.
okay.
The bar. There's all kinds of business in business.
OK，
And they could do that all year.
They have a dart league. They have a euchre league. People like to play cards.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's not a lot of restaurants right in this area. So you have kind of a captive audience, depending how creative you want to get with it. And there you go.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
它这个大厅挺大的，经常举行一些聚会、party，
No, it's okay.
婚礼
You know what? One thing
庆
I like
典
about real estate, it's something different every
就是
day.
公司在这儿来举行什么年会呀，还有俱乐部来这儿租他的地方来这儿玩一天呀，这种收入也是非常可观的。
I work in college. They're much more sophisticated, much better educated.
如果是诚意的买家，你也出示了你的资金证明之后，他刚才已经给了我所有的这个他的财务报告，但是这财务报告我们不能在网上给人家公开出来啊，要求保密的，所以说我们只针对一些观察非常诚意的买家，还有出示了资金证明之后的，我们才会跟他来谈他的收入情况、他的利润情况等等财务报告。
Right.
Families where the father was a doctor. We always follow all the rules, but this has become a big issue. There's really something about this. It's just inflating forever. Real estate still seen as great purchase,
Right. You're generally pretty safe.
but it's
Three，刚才我看那图上是3个池塘，有3个池塘。这个业务呢，到现在为止还是不是结束了？它还有没有开发的土地，你可以继续开发房车营地，就跟昨天我发布的那个高尔夫球场一样，那个是还有100多英亩的土地，你可以开发房车营地，而且有一个房车营地的公司已经一直在找他或者买或者租了，这个跟那个情况比较一样。这个地方呢，它是在尼亚加拉大瀑布的附近啊。这个附近有什么好处呢？大家都知道，尼亚加拉大瀑布是所有的人，不论是美国人还是全世界的人，到美国来的人都要去游的一个必去的景点。尼亚加拉大瀑布是全世界的第2大瀑布。还有呢，它这附近呢，尼亚加拉大瀑布附近有一个大的城市叫巴夫罗。叫水牛城啊，布法罗，它是纽约州的第2大城市，这里的人口也是很多的。刚才我们过来的时候看到，这周围都是一些庄园呀，住的都是一些收入比较高的人。第3一点就是布法罗这个附近的教育条件也是非常好的，它有布法罗州立大学，是美国的 公立常青藤，还有几所私立大学也是相当不错的，还有什么社区大学呀、教育环境也都非常好。总之吧，就是当地的常住人口也比较多，是这个游客也非常多。尼亚加拉大瀑布每年是上千万的游客。基于这些条件，这个高尔夫球场呢，它的本身的条件也不错，它是将近170个英亩，这个面积比较大。将来你要开展这个多种经营的话，就有一定的空间。你也可以搞一个种植园啊，种植一些有特色的东西，让游客来这里来采摘呀，像中国的那个农家乐，他们除了玩高尔夫之外，还有一些其他的活动，小孩比较喜欢的。好的，我们这一集先介绍这些，先暂时停一下，太长了。下一集我们一会儿坐着那个高尔夫小车到里边去转一圈。谢谢大家观看，欢迎大家订阅和点赞。这个非常适合于申请E2项目的啊，我也是为E2项目的那几个客户寻找的一个在热门旅游区，可以说是世界级的旅游区的一个E2项目。好，欢迎大家订阅、点赞和分享我的视频，再见。